it will be recording this event. Another housekeeping thing before we start. On your right, you have a Q&A. So for the flow of the presentation, I will ask you that if you have any question, just write it there in the Q&A. And after I finish with all the information, then I will go to the Q&A and try to respond as many questions possible. So you can just see there's a little button there, Q&A. So write your questions there. That hopefully. If I can, I will. If I know, I will just reply straight away. So right, let's start this workshop on holiday prep, as it's now 11:31. Thank you so much for being here. And what we're going just to do today, we're going just to see what we can do and tweak in our shop just to have an amazing, successful Christmas. This is a bit of the agenda that we're going just to see today. Hopefully it will not take more than an hour, so I will try just to keep it as fast as possible, so we will have time for your questions. First, I wanted just to introduce myself. My name is Silvina, and I've been working on my business called My Paper Cut Forest since 2012. As well, I've been the Brighton Etsy captain from 2018. I don't know if you are aware that the teams all over, and some of them they are from areas where you live. So actually, depending on where are you, you can actually join a team nearby. We do meetups and we do events. It's super cool. And also since 2020, I've been working with Etsy as a seller development optimization specialist. So I really hope I can help with all the information you need just to get, a good Christmas in the next few weeks. So the first thing that I just want to say that they are so much more buyers on Etsy. Every year is an increase, but actually it's a 50% increase from this time last year, which is kind of very exciting. And even though we know that as well, there's a lot of shops, we know that we can target our products and our shop just to put it exactly in front of the right shopper, of the people who is actually looking to our product. So so this is what we're going just to do here today, trying just to tweak things and just get all the listings as best as possible to have a great Christmas. So let's start for where we're going just to go through. First, we're going just to talk about inventory. We're going just to talk about keywords, videos, and photos, and shipping and shop policies. So the number one thing that we need just to think is about your inventory. Again, I'm going just to talk different. I know that each of you has different kind of products and different kind of, some people have ready to go products, others have personalized things. So I will try just to cover as much as possible. So we need just to remember that I think this year people would like to entertain at home. We all have quite a difficult past 2 years, and I think they kind of crave this back to normal, normal, if you put it this way. um as well, we're all feeling the strain and tighter budgets, so people will try just to celebrate more time together. That means that we can just make this season as special as possible, and no matter how much people spend, trying just to get meaningful gift for those gatherings. um if you have things that are personalized, I will just try to consider if there's anything that you can just have ready to ship, um, and and have that just, I don't know, just think your inventory, but is this something that you can actually put shorter lead times? And on your sections as well, you can put a section that is like ready to ship, so they know that that last minute item that they need, you can actually offer that. So what we're going to do as well is that we're going just to talk about keywords. This is actually a very good idea just to check your titles, check your tags. The tags are 13 tags, and they have 20 characters each tag. Remember just to try to do complete sentences and not just one word. Use the 20 characters. So for example, if you're selling a skirt, try just to get something like red velvet skirt, not just skirt. Try to put the material, or what is the use for, or the color. Just use the tags as efficiently as possible. Um, Also, your item descriptions, just to get your shop visibility. This is the time now just to actually tweak your listings and your shop. So that's another thing to revisit. So the number one tip that we have right now is that you need just to kind of check how people will find your item. So remember that your listing descriptions won't directly influence your placement on Etsy search, but then can be crawled by Google and other offsite search engines for keywords and search ranking purposes. If you sell, for example, small holiday gifts, you could try keywords like stocking stuffer or stocking filler. Could any of your items be used as a seasonal decoration? If so, consider tags like holiday decor, Hanukkah decorations, Christmas ornaments, Christmas bubbles, Christmas wreath, or similar terms. Think about as well the appropriate gift recipient when creating your titles. For example, it's a gift for teacher, it's a gift for dad, or gift for kids. As well, another thing to consider is who might be shopping for your items right now, and whether it might be different during the holiday season. For example, your customer might usually search makeup bag when they're shopping for themselves. But right now, shoppers might be searching gifts for her, as they're buying from someone else for like a gift. Then as well, think about different words and phrases, like different kind of shoppers that they might use to find items like yours. For example, I don't know, cosmetic organizers or women's kits. So it's the time just to kind of sit down, piece of paper or whatever device you use, and start kind of like brainstorming and think if there's something that you can do and change for this season. Then another great tip here is that try just to see for your titles, lead with keywords that best describe what your item is, since that's what shoppers see first when browsing, especially on mobile devices. You can use punctuations like comma in your titles to separate phrases, and Etsy search will be able to read those phrases to see if they match with the shopper search. So remember, just use comma between those sentences. And be sure that you use the 13 tags available and be descriptive. You know, for example, as I said before, canvas, tote bag is better than bag or tote bag. Again, for people who just maybe join later, there's a Q&A on the right side of your screen. If you have questions, put it there just to continue with the flow of this workshop. I will just check the questions at the end. So if you have any questions, just write in there, and then we talk about that after the presentation. Then another tip is considering attributes. They are attributes power category specifics filters, and that connects relevant listings for relevant shoppers. So collecting this structured data across a million of listings help provide better search and browse experience for buyers, and typically result in more visits and ultimately more sales for sellers. So keep in mind the categories typically refer to what an item is as opposed of what it is for or what it is made. So the attributes, remember, is like, for example, like the colors and all the like description of the actual item. So if you have a Christmas tree necklace, the Christmas attribute will be relevant, yes. However, if you have a goal statement necklace that will make a great Christmas gift, the Christmas attribute will not be relevant. Etsy uses this information to help shoppers find relevant items when they search. So try just to get as as specific as possible when you are just doing your attributes. Then about descriptions, when you are writing them, with all these, the seasonality coming and your target market in mind, try adding a sentence or two that brings your product story to life. Maybe by describing the characteristic of the ideal recipient or sharing a brief anecdote about how the product came to be. The tone and types of details you share throughout the description should reflect your brand overall values and your identity. So again, time just to get your get a little bit of do like your homework basically. Remember that you can bulk, like change things in bulk. So when you go to edit, you can actually change descriptions in bulk. You can add maybe a line at the beginning of all your descriptions. So I'm just saying this for people who maybe say, hey, I have 200 items, this is going just to take me forever. I know, I do understand, but you can actually change that in a bulk. So you do it in one click in your edit tool and change descriptions, and you can just change that or add a phrase at the end or at the beginning of all your descriptions in one go. That will make your life much easier. Then another thing that it will be useful just to think, remember that everyone is like watching from different areas of the world, and we do know that if you try to ship internationally, it's great that you can get different markets and different customers. So remember that it's good just to see the calendar about like where things are happening at what time. As for example, that Thanksgiving in Canada is different to Thanksgiving in the US. So it's good just to check your agenda for like the retail time. You can find that on the Etsy blog, and I will put a slide in a minute. But it's good just to get those dates in mind. Also, when you are optimizing your shop for an international audience, it will be just good to try just to think about the not only during the holiday but throughout the year. So for example, don't remember that there's in the UK we just say sweater and it's jumper. They say no, sorry, they say sweater in the US and we say jumper in the United Kingdom. And that's things that we need just to focus on, just do it in your area, as actually Etsy does it for you in different for other markets. So you just, when you're writing, just write for your area. And as well, sizes, the sizes are not translated, so if you can actually put metric and imperial units, that will be actually very handy to do. Then another thing is just to try just to get the right keywords. That takes time and experimentation. You need to use your shop stats to see what's working and what is not working. What kind of keywords takes your most views, and that's just, you just go to your data, use that shop stats. I think it's just a very, very useful just to see what's working and what's not working, and see as well what is engage what listings are bringing people to your shop, as well what listings are engaging, the amount of likes, and what kind of keywords as well are, people finding you, and try just to check all those metrics just to track track goals. I think the stats are fantastic and they are not used enough, to see, what is like your power, what is your superpower, what is actually working for your shop. Then videos and photos. Remember that if you can, try just to add some videos to your listings. It can be like a small little video of like showing maybe a 360, or it can be a time lapse of you working on your hands. That's something that is been from last year, but is coming to stay. So if you can, little by little, just to add the videos to your listings, that will be good. As well, remember that some videos could be good just to capture details that maybe photos don't catch. Particularly, for example, if you have a vintage shop, if there's some garments that have some kind of mark, it's always good just to show it when you're just doing the listing. So maybe videos is a good idea. As well, you can just show movement, shine, how it's made. I think it's a very good idea just to see if you can just add some videos to your listings if you haven't done that yet. And then right now there's a new option called Explore. The Explore feature is only available for sellers who are English speaking, and are in the US using the Etsy Seller app. So additionally, your shop must be, you know, eh, just all just check and all correctly with the policies and everything and the about. So try just to complete your Etsy shop, which is always a good idea as well. Time to check your policies and just to check your about. And you can use your Explore to do the following. You can showcase your packing process, showing your products in use, and address common questions buyer may have. So this is a new cool feature that is coming to stay, to Explore videos. Then shipping, a tip that I would say is that remember that, you know, we all know that shipping can be tricky in these times that are busy. So my recommendation is that, number one, be very clear. You have your shop announcements, so put all your dates and when is your cutout date for your shop. When are you closing your shop? When is the last time that they can order for arriving? For example, if you're in the UK, when is the last time, the last date that they have just to arrive for Christmas? So be absolutely clear with the customer. Just use your shop announcements. If you can, include tracking, of course, that will give it much better, communication with the client. But I know as well that tracking is expensive. So if they didn't purchase the tracking option, just be clear, just to put in all your profiles and in your shop announcements the times, so you don't have it can be really stressful when it's coming Christmas time. So I do know that in the US they have a different system for tracking, and the postal is very different to the UK. So you need just kind of to check your country and see what is best for your shop to offer in terms of shipping. Also, when you're shipping on your sorry, you're thinking on the shipping process, make a plan so you can mark your orders as complete when they're handed off to the carrier. Just remember, full transparency. um, this gives shopper a better sense when their order will arrive. And please, if anything happens, and hey, life is life, this happens, if for a reason you can't fulfill the order in time, just send them a message, just let them know, hey, I've been ill, oh, my kid has been ill, I'm sorry, I'm a bit delayed with your order. Just be honest, and have a communication with the client so they know exactly what to expect. And I think this is part of our business, is managing their expectations. And things can change, but I feel like if the communication is crystal clear, that will actually maybe cause less troubles in the future. Your shop policies is something that I was just telling you before. Give your shop policies an update if needed. Be sure to add them. If you don't have them, you have to add them. They're very, very important. And you can now set different return policies for each listing. So this is a new thing. So now you can actually, if you have personalized and you don't accept returns of the personalized, that's fine. You can just do that and put that return policies very, very clear. And then the others who you do accept returns, you can actually put for how long, if it's 21 days or 30 days, or what is your return policy. So absolutely, accepting returns is entirely optional on your individual business needs. So you need just to check which items and which listings can be getting what category. Then the next thing is that to try just to get more traffic to your shop. When you are, I don't know, for example, doing a post, try to tag Etsy, and the Etsy feed can actually track it and discover your post. So that's a good idea when you're doing social media. Set up saved replies for your questions in your frequently that you frequently get on the you have something on your combos called snippets that you can actually save your replies. So try just to get a few of your the replies that you always use, so it's actually easier just to click and you are just replying to that particular question, sorry. Then connecting with a creator or curator makes shopping on Etsy extra special. So include a handwritten note in your orders if you can, to say thank you. That's going a little bit of the extra mile. And finding a great gift on Etsy is pretty cool. And I think that's kind of thing of like doing a little bit extra and personalized. It's just really nice that you need to remember that people buy from people, and that's why they come to Etsy and they don't go to Amazon. So that's the extra thing that you can do, and this is why I'm like communication and the handwritten note is something that make it a little bit extra, that can go absolutely much longer in the long term, you know. Then what we're going just to see now is a few marketing strategies. Again, for the people who arrive maybe late, there's a Q&A on the right hand. So if you have questions, put them on the Q&A, and I will check them after the presentation, if that's okay. So what we're going just to go through now, we're going just to see trends, campaigns, communication, coupons, Etsy update feeds, and the Explorer. So the first thing that I think we need just to see is that what what we should do, or what is the do and don'ts. Every person has a different way to approach marketing, and it's completely up to you. But we're going just to give you some ideas and strategies just to help you in this busy shopping season. So, social media, I think if you can share photos of your items in a holiday scene, if you can, with wintry elements, this can help prepare your shoppers to see your items in the context of a holiday. Look to add relevant hashtags to get discovered, for example, like hashtags like holiday 2022 or holiday gift guide is a good place to start. Go live, do Facebook and Instagram lives if you can. I don't do them enough, and I think it's always good just to maybe do it with someone else. So maybe try to talk to a pal and say, hey, can we just talk about this in a live? And that could be a good idea, just to show some products or something new. That would be really cool. As well, use Instagram Reels and TikTok to share unique content and maybe behind the scenes, to connect with your followers and build your brand. So again, up to you what you use. As well, if you can plan your social media, I use Planoly to check my week, and basically I'll tell Planoly what I want every day just to post. So I sit down, once a week, and I just write all my content. So if that's a good idea for you, or you don't have much time, that's something as well that you can think for the busy times. Then another thing that is important is just to talk about trends. I don't know if you know that Etsy have these trend reports that they are very handy to always read and be informed about the colors, on what is trending, what kind of motifs, and what things are people shopping right now. So it's very cool just to check those trend reports as well. There's a podcast called Etsy Success, and they talk a lot of trends also. I think they release once or twice a month. So it's always good just to get these ideas. So check what kind of trends maybe are related to your shop. Maybe not all the trends will be, but it's always great just to be on top and knowing what's going on. We're going just to talk about a little bit more later. And then ad campaigns, again, if you do pay for ads, be strategic in your campaign, promote the listings that make most sense in terms of seasonability. Some sellers prefer to advertise their known bestsellers. Others, they just, if you have something that is particular for holidays, try just to maybe add that one to your ad campaign. So maybe consider colors, themes, motifs that they will go with the winter holiday season, items that are the perfect gift, current customer demands, and what else the customers might be up to in terms of shopping habits right now. Who is shopping for items like mine right now? And if they are going to be gifting, who might be the recipient. So again, I don't know if you do use your ads, but if you do, maybe it's just a good idea to plan them accordingly. Then we have communications. I did tell you that before. Just just talk to them. Just send them a note. Just tell them. I think clear message will, everything, like your shop policies, your shop announcement, and actually message to the buyers if there's any delays, will get you less headaches in the long term, for sure. And then another thing, I don't know, guys, if you do coupons and sales, they are really, really cool. You can set up a thank you that it will be automatic every time someone shop with you. They will receive a thank you note maybe 2 days after, to actually invite them just to shop with you again. So that will be a good idea. Also, if you have inventory that you want to get rid of, sometimes, you have so many of one thing that you just need to actually move your inventory. It's a good idea just to do a sale and a coupon. So try different things different times. You can do it, like, for example, a different coupon one week and then another coupon another week. So try just to see those sales and coupons do bring traffic. So I think it's quite cool. I don't know if you're doing Black Friday or Cyber Week. It's again good idea just to do one if you do want to. Boxing Day also, but you don't really have just to do those. You can actually do it just because, just do a week, grab a week, and just put them your socials or maybe your mailing list. Just tell people that you're doing a sale of a particular item. And then the updates feed. I don't know if you use it. I use it. I try to use it relatively constant. I used to do it once a day, but lately I've been a little bit a little bit. I kind of forgot about it. But this is a great one. Basically, it's just sharing photos of your products and tagging your products, and that is a fantastic thing to notify buyers who like your shop. If you're running a sale, you can just do to tell them about a coupon. You can tell them about new items, if you restock items as well. So the Etsy updates feed is a great one just to use. Also, when you do an update in your app, you can also then share it to your social media. So that will be another thing that if you wanted to save time, that's a great one also to use. And then these upload videos to explore. This is a new app that I think I talked about this before. You can actually show your videos in this explore area that you create, and they will be featured on the Etsy shopping app. The videos can be from 2 seconds to 3 minutes long. So maybe new content, new ideas, you can actually check there to make your videos and see what other sellers are doing there. Right, so customer service on the holiday, which what we're going just to see now is communication, meeting buyers' expectation, seller reputation, preparing for the unexpected, and consistency. So I think this is a great time to think about customer service. It can be challenging, and I know some people get stressed and maybe a bit demanding. So if you're just juggling a lot of orders in your own preparation, maybe and you're maybe feeling overwhelmed, remember that your customer service style is a component to your brand identity. So it's not just your additional task. So is I think really always to me is like, say, just be clear and communicate, and try just to, if you can, solve it with the client. That will be always the first thing to do. Oh, I just went further, sorry. In case that, I don't know if you know as well that you can set up auto response. So if you go on holidays, or actually I have an auto reply just saying that I'm in the UK, so I will reply when it's office time again. So I think set up. I know we all have boundaries and we all have different timings. Some people work in the weekend, some people don't work in the weekend. So I think, for example, this auto reply can be a great idea. So then people know that you're not ignoring them, that it's actually that you don't work weekends and you're not going to check. So it's a good idea just to do an auto reply there. And if you do, I mean, do reply your messages promptly. As I said again, if you take your weekends off, just set up this auto reply, which is absolutely fine. And remember that you can put your saved reply on your snippets just to make it easier to reply to the questions that are normally similar, the same for your products. And then what else? There's a analysis on the purchaser it's analysis for all the purchases between June and August 2020 that show that sellers who respond to a buyer within 24 hours, they have, or at least 80% of the time, they are more likely to have a 5-star review. So again, as I said, when it's not possible, don't worry, just set up an auto reply. Then, if you can use the 10 spots for the photos, remember different angles. Maybe you can use one photo of your item wrapped for the holiday season. Remember, for vintage items, just stains or marks from the garment. If you can, use your videos. And in your listing description, it's best to include any relevant dimensions, or in centimeters or imperial units. So a customer who thinks she's buying a dainty charm necklace may be disappointed when she receives a chunky statement piece. So spell out what materials you're used for making the item and any relevant care instructions, such as whether it can be machine washed or polished in a certain way. That's also a very good idea just to use in your descriptions. And then we said before about policies, very, very important just to get clear policies. So time to sit down, check your policies, that they're all there, they're all clear, and put the different return policies for each listing in your shop. That's a new thing that started 2 weeks ago. So if you haven't done yet, do check your dashboard and put the return policy as soon as possible, as that will be a very, very handy thing to do. Check your processing times. If there are certain items that can be shorter processing times, just do those. And if some that they require more processing times, just fine. I do certain items that take a long, long time, and I tell them straight away when they say I'm trying just to order this. So the first question is like, when do you need it for? So I really think that, again, transparency. Put your processing times in real manner. If it takes you 3 weeks, it takes you 3 weeks. If it's something that is handmade, not every item can be just actually ready to ship. So what is important here is just they have clear processing times, and that is on your profile, like shipping profiles. Just go and check those also. The delivery dates as well. When you are putting in those delivery profiles, you can actually put your zip code or your postcode, and just tell them also in what system you're sending them, if you're sending them in second class or you're sending them first class, so they actually know the delivery dates, when is like the approximate delivery date. So go and check your delivery profiles today, just to see again if everything you need to complete to put all the information there, for the shopper, when and so before they put the order from you, they know exactly what to expect. You basically will be saved on emails in the future. So future you will be thankful. That's how it is. Then You can offer gift wraps, gift wrapping services. No one is expecting you just to do it for free. You add that. You can just put a £3, £4 extra as a wrapping service. So if someone wants us to send it directly to the recipient, they just pay the wrapping paper from you with maybe a note or something. So you can do that as an option for an additional fee. So again, time to go and check that. If you can also take one photo of how the person is going to receive that. So it's good just to see, what type of wrapping paper, and if you're going just to use a ribbon, things like that, that are quite cool to know. And positive reviews. I don't know if you do this. I do this. Around maybe 3 weeks after it's delivered, 2-3 weeks after it's delivered, I send only one email asking for reviews. So I know that Etsy automatically do use, ask them, they send them, do you want us to leave a review? But some people, forget, and of course we're all busy. So if you can, maybe after 2-3 weeks, you can just send them one reminder saying, hi, it will be really important for us small shops to have a review. So if you can, just please leave it. I actually tell them how to, just in case they don't know how just to leave a review. So it's something just to think about. You know how it works, the algorithm. More reviews is actually better for traffic, and it works as a whole. So it will be good to encourage having reviews, especially if you're new, that you actually want us to, take your shop off the ground. As I said before, the about page has to be complete. Remember that if it hasn't been filled out, this is the time. You can actually put 5 photos, you can put a video, just tell them about you, things about you, your process, how you do it, your ideas. Just, people buy from people. Just tell them that story. So yesterday, someone was just telling me about their product, and they do these little gorgeous teddies, handmade teddies. And she was just telling me that she gave them a certificate, like adoption certificate with the teddy. And I thought, that's a fantastic thing. That's just so nice. Do you tell them that? Is that in your about? She was like, no, it needs to be in, you need to put a photo. That's something really extra that you're just doing, giving them a name and that certificate with the teddy. So things like that are a little bit extra, and basically, well, I just thought that was just a fantastic thing. So thinking your product, what is that you want us to communicate about you, your materials, your processes, and just go and put it on your about, and put photos and just tell people your story. Social media presence. If you don't have a presence, maybe it's a good idea just to see if you can just open an Instagram account or a Facebook account. This on the blog, there's something called the Ultimate Guide to Social Media Marketing, and that will be a good idea just to read afterwards, as it has a lot of information if you don't have an account, how to open it and how to start a social media account. And then prepare for the unexpected. We can prepare for the holiday rush, but you might find yourself dealing with angry customers or falling behind on orders. It happens to the best of us. And considering that, how you'll handle your customer service, your challenges before they occur, that could be a good idea. So your communication with customers should convey professionalism and reliability, and while still reflecting your brand. So look back at your past conversations to assess your tone and make any necessary adjustments. Be sure to maintain a high standard of customer interaction even during your busiest time. I do know that these can be tricky, but just, you know, be clear and try just to resolve matters. I know sometimes it's not possible, but when it's possible, do try to resolve it, if you can. If you are going just to vacation mode, which of course you can, or you get ill, do put your vacation mode, your holiday, sorry, your shop on the holiday mode, and and that's fine. You know, we all need a rest as well. Also, if you're doing so a certain time of your holiday break or Christmas, do put that on your announcement. Just tell people when you're going just to close your shop and you're taking a break. We all need a break, so it's absolutely fine to spend time with family and just, you know, close the shop for a bit after a very, very busy season. And then what we're just doing, we're going just to talk a bit of opportunities by occasion now. And the trends, we talked a little bit before. There's on the Etsy blog, if you type Etsy trends, festive trends 2022, you have a full report of colors and what items and keywords and everything that people is just looking right now. So I really recommend that you have a read after this workshop and have a look if there's anything that can be relevant to your shop. Also, these are holiday timings. Maybe it's a good idea if you want us to screen grab. I was just talking about calendar. This is the calendar of retail. So do maybe screen grab and have an idea of the most important dates in France and Germany and the US and the UK. So you kind of know when things are happening, and maybe as well to prepare your inventory for your holidays or certain dates of that calendar. Then, as we just talk about inventory, just check giftable items that are ready to go, maybe for Cyber Week or December, to get last minute shoppers. Ideas for self-gifting or things that are, ready, boxed, and ready to go. Again, you need just to check this with your inventory. Remember the gift wrap, remember the handwritten note, and the personalization if you can. That those are always an extra and very, very good idea on Etsy. Then key themes in terms of shopping. Then if you can extend your holiday sales, so start now, put all your Christmas stuff already on right now, as some people start early shopping, so this is a good idea to already start. Maybe incorporate trending colors if you can. As I said, just check that trend report. And these these are all like other trends that's happening, like wellness themes, sustainability. Check, and see if there's any materials that you can just swap or change, or what are you using. But these are key themes on the trends that you will then explore if you read the trend report after this. But this is a bit of like a resume. Again, if you need just to screen grab this one, that will be a good idea. And then just check what of these you can take for your shop, as I am aware that different people here has different products. These are one of the holiday bestsellers. Again, a good idea just to screen grab this one. And then check your inventory. As you can just see, there are very, very different things. You have candles, necklaces, bustles, small leather accessories, cozy knits, leisure wear. Then you have festive decor, like Christmas ornaments, stockings, modern menorahs, wreath, door decors, welcome mats, lawn decoration, greeting cards, gift boxes, gift sets, Christmas advent calendars, and natural wreath, wall arts like pin maps, like other hanging signs with sayings, personalized name signs, custom and personalized portraits, charcuterie boards and personalized cutting boards, and mugs and glassware. So again, maybe screen grab this one, as it's a good idea just to see the bestsellers, just to check, not only just to maybe develop your inventory, or actually to see which ones of these, if you have in the inventory, you should maybe check your tags, your titles, and your descriptions right now. Other occasions, opportunity, back to school. I mean, a lot of kids already went back to school in September, but now as well is coming Halloween. So if you do have some Halloween items, it's a good idea just to check what kind of listings and tags are being used. And more successful tips for this season, it's as we just said before, giftable items that are ready to go, and also cater different gift recipients. Remember, if you could just do, I don't know, gift for her, or gift for aunt, or gift for cousin, just different tags there. During last year Etsy cyber event, listings on sale sold at higher rate than those that they were not on sale. So maybe if you're planning a sale, that's a good idea just to check when do you put your sale. Show off what makes your item giftable in your listings photographs. So again, put a photo with your gift wrap option. As well, maybe you can just offer digital downloads. For example, if you sell greeting cards, can you actually offer a digital download of that design so that someone last minute can actually print it in at home? So maybe you can just do that for when you are, not delivering anything anymore, but you still can offer those files. And just consider as well self-gifting and what people maybe will be buying in January. Check the marketplace insight reports. You have one now, but as well we will have one in early 2023. And this is the recap that we've been talking. Just to check everything on your shop. This is the time just to check tags, titles, your photos, and your description. That is the way to optimize for Google and for optimize with the Etsy ad. Use videos if you can and photos in your advantage for the season, and as well just to show the best and all the details of your item. Market your shop on your social media channels, mailing list, and just spread the word, sorry. And customer service, remember that try just to get a positive experience if possible this holiday, and just to communicate and be in touch with the customer with anything that happened in the process, and just to check the holiday trends to see how we can use your all these trends into your shop. That's it. That's for me. I really hope you did enjoy the workshop. I'm going to now check the Q&A. So if you do have any questions, this is the good time to actually put the questions there. And okay, has not really used it. The stars are great. Okay, so what if your store is still new and has not had many views yet? The stats are great if you do have sales. Okay, so what you need just to focus is actually your inventory. More items you add is easier just to get in more searches. So when your shop is new, the first thing that I will actually try just to put as many listings as possible. That's your focus right now. And then that will actually get more traffic, and then we'll get in more searches, and then hopefully get you more sales. So that will be, my focus for you, Tabit. I hope that helps. Explore is an option only for USA shops, or can European countries use this? Yeah, what I understood the same for you, that so far the Explore is only an option for the USA shops, or English speaking actually. I haven't seen it in my app. So it's kind of new to me. So it's very brand new. So if you are in the UK, just check if you see it on your app. It should be there. If not, then maybe it seems that they are trying it out in the US, and hopefully very soon they will bring it to other markets like Europe. I hope that helps. Um, right. How do you use Etsy updates? Is it automatic or do I have to set something up? It's not automatic, but it's on your app. So if you do go to, let me open it right now, the Etsy updates, if you open your app and you go to uh, marketing, yes. If you go to marketing, at the very end, you have something called shop updates. And that's when you can just put a photo of a product and then you tag the product. You just say something like, oh, I don't know, new color on whatever. You then tag your product in Etsy. And what it will show these updates is fantastic because all the people who like your shop, like they favorite with a heart, they will receive this update. So it's a very, very good tool that not many people use. So if you can, just try just to use it at least, I don't know, 2 times, 3 times a week. Also, when you do an update, you can actually then share it to Instagram or Facebook or whatever. So try just to do that. A photo of your product, then you link your product, and then that's it. That's how it works. I hope that helps. Um, do auto replies for not working on the weekend impact the Etsy bestseller ranking, since that is also linked to you replying quickly? Well, yes, I don't work weekends, and I have the the auto reply. So basically, they still have an immediate reply saying, "Hi, thank you for your message. I will reply straight away when I'm back in the office." Or just say, for example, in my case, I have US customers. So I tell them, hi, I am in the UK, so sorry if you receive these in odd times. But basically, what it makes that you have an auto reply straight away, and that is actually the first 20, in the first 24 hours they already have a reply, and then when you go to your office you can actually reply properly. So I would recommend to set the maximum you can do is 5 days, and every 5 days you can actually then put for another 5 days. So check that you check it today if you can actually set up an auto reply. That's very useful, I think. Is it possible to price personalization ahead of time, like gift wrapping, like engraving? Um, well, yes, definitely. I mean, if you have one price for an item that is like, let's say, standard, you can actually say if you have a personalization, you can add that as an extra. Absolutely, on your listing, you can just do in variations. You can just put this is the price for like the standard, and if you want just to add a monogram, that will be a different price. So absolutely, yes, you can do that. Oh, you're welcome. Um, Remind us how we can go back and review this content again. Yes, so this video will be on the Etsy event. The event page will be in uh, after 24 hours. Will be there, so you can rewatch it if you want to. Um, and then it says, if I have a coupon that I wish to stop sending sharing, if someone already has that coupon code and they're still able to use it, or will you cancel it in the sales? Exactly. If you do cancel it in the sales marketing, it will be canceled for everyone. So don't worry. Also, you can actually put dates. So use that coupon to certain date. Let's say you're doing a sale. I'm only going to do it to 1 week. After that week is not valid anymore. So automatically it will be disabled. If you have one that is like forever, for example, I have one that is the thank you one. Like after a sale, they receive a thank you. They will have that forever and it's automatic. But if you feel, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, just cancel it and that's it. No one can use it anymore. So I hope that helps. And is it worth to use a SEO app like eRank, Marmalade, or just Etsy search? Um, Look, I think it's useful to do if you want eRank. Um, it's worth just to you have a free option at the beginning, and the free option I think it's like for a month. So I would suggest try the free option first. If you feel, oh, this is great, this is useful, I actually personally use more the Etsy one just to get it all there. But eRank is very good, and actually the pay option is £5, I think, a month. So you can actually say, well, you know what, I'm investing £5 for 1 month. I'm going just to use everything now, what I need in that month, and then that's it. I can cancel it. Basically, these are all aids, so they're all like helps. If you feel that you need an extract, just go for it. There's no wrong. It will help you just to see which tags are better than others. If you go and test check that maybe gift for her is a tag that is so many people use that it's just actually not very good to use for you, for your product. So I would just recommend just to go and use the version that is free first. And if you feel like this is really good, I will use this, then put £5 or whatever for 1 month subscription, use it there and then cancel it. Again, if you're just short of cash, that's what basically what I will do. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for coming and staying with me all hour. I hope that was useful. I really, really hope you have an amazing, great Christmas holiday time. And sorry, one more here, and last question. If we get a sale, are we notified via email? What about customer messages? Yes, you can actually go and on your settings, actually you can put that you have notifications sent by email to you, or you have just to go and check your dashboard. But basically, yes, on your settings, just tell Etsy that you want them just to tell you on email if you have a sale or a buyer is email you. So thank you so much for everything and just for being here for 1 hour. I really, really hope you the best of success in your shop. And I know there's a lot of homework to do, but I really do believe that you can have an absolutely fantastic Christmas season. Thank you so much. Bye.